Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2022, and today I want to talk to you all about the anatomy of an apology. What exactly goes into offering a sincere apology? Too many times people in this generation just like to throw you an easy apology. They don't really consider your feelings before the offense, but after the offense, after all was said and done, then they want to throw you an apology as a tool to get back into your good graces. And quite frankly, I find that to be disingenuous. I find it to be annoying. I find it to be a way people take advantage of your understanding and your kindness. I've learned in my journey that excessive apologies are just a tool of manipulation. And I realize that if someone's just offering constant apologies without any behavior change, then chances are they're not being real with you and they're not genuinely sorry. So I think also, truth be told, we live in a generation where people rather ask your forgiveness than beg your permission. And the thing about it is this: I always think when someone offers me an apology, I'm thinking, did you consider how I would feel before you took this action, before this misstep? Or did you count on my understanding and think that you can exploit my understanding to satisfy some agenda? You know, I think personally, as I mentioned earlier, an apology without behavior change is a form of manipulation. And after so many apologies, they start to become null and void. They start to lose their power. And I think also people don't really know how to apologize sincerely. A lot of people just throw you an easy apology, want you to accept it, and when you refuse to, when you expect some accountability on their part, they start to get defensive, guarded, angry, upset. They try to gaslight you, blame you, shift the blame onto you, and that right there is so disturbing. You know, especially when you know know that they messed up. But instead of taking accountability, the defense mechanisms come out. They start to deny, they start to deflect, they start to blame you, they start to shift the blame onto you and try and turn the tables, trying to make you feel guilty. And that type of behavior is very toxic, it's very manipulative, and it's just not conducive to relationship building. So today, I am here to go over with you the 7 ingredients of a sincere, heartfelt apology. We'll start with 1. 1 is an acknowledgement of the offense. Acknowledge what you did wrong. If you took some misstep, acknowledge it in clear, concise language. Don't try to excuse it away. Acknowledge it openly. 2, take accountability and ownership for the offense. If you did something wrong, own it. Don't excuse it. Don't sit up there and blame other people. You take personal accountability for the offense. Let the other person know that you take full ownership. You recognize your role in the offense. 3, clearly articulate the offense. What exactly did you do wrong? And this is where you lose most people, because a lot of people, their ego can't take admitting that they're wrong. They're prideful, they're haughty, they're arrogant, and they can't admit when they're wrong. And so what they end up doing is trying to shirk the blame, make 1,001 excuses as to why they did what they did. No. Clear articulation of the offense. Next, a reflection on how it must have made the other person feel. This requires some emotional attunement and also empathy. If someone did to you what you did to them, how would you feel? How would you feel? This is where your emotional imagination has to come into play. This is when you have to imagine what that person must be feeling, you know? Try to reflect those feelings. Like, I know you must have been angry, sad, upset, enraged, disappointed, you know? Reflect that. You know, how it must have made the other person feel. And while you are not in that person's shoes, you can only imagine what they felt, you know? And then, 5, offer that sincere, heartfelt apology. I am genuinely sorry for XYZ. You know? What are you sorry for? I am genuinely sorry for what? You know? Also, once again, 6, a willingness to listen to how the offense must have affected the person. Because we can only imagine what that person experienced as a result of our poor actions, poor decisions, some misstep. We can only imagine. But listening, taking the time out to listen to how the offense must have affected the other person really goes a long way. We want to know, we want to understand what exactly were they feeling? What were they feeling? What were they going through? What was going through their head at the time? It'll definitely give us a window of insight into how our behavior must have affected them. So you gotta listen, gotta listen. And lastly, number 7, you have got to make amends. Amends for what you've done. You ask, what can I do to make this right? What can I do? What can I do? What can set this right? And I think a lot of people, they just leave it at, I'm sorry. Case closed. They do not offer that amends, you know? And oftentimes, this is when you can tell a sincere apology versus a counterfeit apology. If they are not willing to offer you amends, chances are it's counterfeit. You know, what can I do to make things right? You know, that's very important. So I'm going to go over those 7 ingredients of a sincere apology again. 1, acknowledge the offense. 2, take accountability and ownership for the offense. 3, clearly articulate the offense. In your own words, clearly articulate the offense. 4, reflect how it must have made the other person feel. 5, offer that sincere, heartfelt apology. 6, a willingness to listen, how the offense must have affected the other person. Listen to their words. And then 7, make amends. What can I do to make things right? So I hope this video was definitely helpful in your journey towards relationship building. Definitely commit these to memory. We're human. We make mistakes. It's understandable. At the same time, it's our duty to not only apologize, but also to take accountability, to take ownership, to do better. Not just offer a perfunctory apology and think that that is enough, because it's not enough. We have to do better. Listen to how it made the other person feel. Really connect with that, so that way you don't continue to do the same behavior over and over again. And lastly, make amends. You know? Too many times people are just so quick to not consider how certain actions that they take affect you. You know, if you are in relationship with someone, if they are a friend, a partner, family member, just an acquaintance, you want to build, you want to connect, you want to make sure you solidify these bonds. And if you do something wrong, own it. Apologize. you know? Because I think also apologies foster trust. When people know that you can own it and you can take accountability for it and try to make it right, that goes a long way. I realize that at the heart of it all is just about consideration. People want to be considered. They want to know that you value them, that they're not expendable, that they're not just worth some, I'm sorry. Oh, they'll get over it. Yeah, they'll get over it. Because a lot of people think that too. Oh, they'll get over it. And it's that exploitation of somebody's understanding. It's that exploitation of their kindness and their willingness to forgive that really, really, really makes them not want to forgive. It makes them want to just ice you out and stonewall and shut down. And I think by acknowledging that, I think by really, really recognizing that, it's important because I think the goal right now, and especially right now, is social connection. We all want to connect better with people because our survival depends on it, but for no other reason. You know, I think it's healthier, it's proven, the research shows that having social supports and having a wide variety of friends and close knit family members definitely improves our overall health. So, in order to really, I would say, be healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, you have got to learn the art of an apology. And so, I hope this video was helpful. Definitely thank you for tuning in. If you have not hit the subscribe button, definitely subscribe. And I look forward to your thoughts and your insights too, and your stories as well. I definitely want to connect with you. And I want to hear exactly what you've been experiencing in terms of apologies. What would you like to see? If someone did something wrong to you, what would you like? What would make things right? Definitely share in the comment section below. And I wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful rest of 2022 and also 2023, right around the corner. So, peace, y'all.